sir. You're now tuned into the #1 hip podcast. If you only knew the half, me and Child.
I mean, it's not a game. So the song we doing now, homies, roll.
East side, roll with us, roll with us. West side, roll with us, roll with us. We rollin', 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 rollin'. East side, roll with us, roll with us. West side, roll with us, roll with us. Rollin', 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 rollin'.
It's up to me to open up other people's eyes and make them realize that it's more than this. It's just this right here.
Homelessness, addiction, trafficking. That's a heavy lift. While this is Hannah Laflin, this is Soldier. She's dealing with homelessness, addiction, trafficking, and a young woman starting off in her field. You're still idealistic. You want to save the world. God bless you.
Or at least try, right?
I want to try. A small dent, I'll take it.
You get A for effort, right?
If everybody had the same mindset as you have, hey, this world's definitely going to be a better place.
Why don't you tell us a bit about what you're doing, your background?
I'm a licensed clinician in Massachusetts. I primarily support individuals that have substance use past addiction and they want to come get treatment. A lot of them maybe have some type of trauma involved in their life. I really focus on the young female population that might have trafficking or domestic violence, and they're either trying to seek safety or support, and they might also be battling that addiction, and they're just trying to get services. And that's where I step in to make sure they truly feel supported, and I just get them what they need.
You both have lived experience in and out of shelters. You're lucky both of you are alive to tell the story.
10 years at a Miss Snyder shelter in Washington, D.C., Northwest. First of all, I'd like to just say thank you. It takes a big heart to definitely care about
people
that nobody really even look at or care to address. As you can see, what they just did to the homeless a couple of months ago. They just told them to get up, pack your stuff, and to leave when they didn't have nowhere to go in the first place. What made you get into this profession? Because this is something that you gotta love in order to get into.
Definitely. Honestly, it was just one of those things. Like, I hate to say it, just fell in my lap. I really love psychology. That's what I went to school for. I just wanted to help people. I just didn't know how.
It's a story that doesn't go away, the homeless issue. And as Wild was saying, you just sweep it under the rug temporarily. And I don't know if we don't have the will or there's not enough resources or people such as yourself to say, what can we do about it?
I just think there's a lack of resources. Like when I was mentioning in the article about why homelessness circles back into crisis is because the system sets us up that way, right? There's not enough resources. There's not enough resources in the area. Housing lists are 5 years long, and that's the reality.
Oh, shoot, I've been waiting for a housing voucher for 50-something years. I still ain't got it.
There's just not enough services out there.
How does a good day go for you at work?
That's a good question. Yeah, a good day. Somebody just seeking out support. I think that's a good day. That's a win. Somebody saying, hey, I want therapy. I want counseling. Hey, can you help me get this thing? Whatever that thing is. Access to the healthcare system, access to, how do I apply for food stamps? How do I do this? And I think that's a win in my day.
You're about to get me started to asking you, how can I do this and how can I get this done? That's beautiful.
Because I don't know if you noticed in New York City, they got the homeless outreach people that drive around in the orange and white vans. I know a couple of them, because they first thought that I was real homeless and I had to tell them about my situation, that it wasn't. But they still come through and check on me every now and then. Do you go out with them sometimes?
Yeah, sometimes like we work with a lot of like community resources, services that go out and offer.
I know you don't just go out by yourself now.
Not necessarily. I would like to though, but just offering resources in the community. It's also education too. So a lot of my role is going out and like educating healthcare systems on what human trafficking is and what like domestic violence looks like. What are those signs and symptoms? A lot of ladies go to the hospital to seek medical support. And if we can identify it in the healthcare system, at least we're making a dent on how to support it.
Oh, you really off your Clarissa Shields. You right.
I told you I was telling you guys she's a bright light in a very kind of dark world sometimes.
Now I know he said what's a good day for. What's an average day for you?
An average day, I see a lot of patients every day. They come in,
Do you
they
do
get
more?
service.
You do more inside or outside? Both.
Sometimes I have to go where they are. Maybe they're living inside of a shelter and they want counseling, so I'll go and meet them. Sometimes I meet the girl in the hospital and talk to them there if that's their safe place to be, offering detoxes or wherever I need to go.
From me being homeless 10 years, what a lot of people don't know is shelters is midway, halfway house, jail, hospital. It's like a whole lot of levels of life put in one place. Do
Mm.
you do you ever feel, okay, let me ask you this question. Do you ever feel, have you ever been at a point, and I know it's a yes to this question, that you felt the need for assistance when dealing with a client that gets so frustrated that they want to take it out on you?
Mm.
Yeah, I would love assistance, right? I would love everybody to go out and offer more resources and advocate for this much needed population.
You know what? Like I never felt more humble and more at ease when I'm doing stuff for somebody. And I forgot what year that was, but we did a basket brigade out Connecticut. Like you surprise a family that don't have food, knock on their door, doing stuff like that warms my heart. If you ever feel like you're gonna be out in the street doing that, like giving stuff back, let me know.
Okay.
I'm down for
Yes,
doing
definitely.
like that.
He means it. He is very mobile, and both Wild and Soldier are so resilient, and I think they've had to be. They've just because the system wasn't there to help, and so that's why Soldier has his car, his own apartment, but it's been hard won. It has not been easy, and with no help from the system.
Boy.
And then they're like I thought they supposed to help you. Being independent was the goal, but they seem like they punish you for being independent, and sad, man. It's just like I was telling Kathy, like when I first moved to New York and I left DC, I was homeless. I could stay at my cousin's house, but I just considered myself homeless because I ain't had my own place. But I never felt more at ease. I ain't I ain't had no worries. That's what
Yeah.
a lot of I think homeless people feel. They feel free because once you get a place, you're obligated to do this, you got to do that, and then you more subject to the world's bullshit. But like when you homeless, you in your own realm. No matter what's going on around you, but you in your own. You have tunnel vision. I know that's what I did. I blocked everything out. People just wonder why. I'm like, but then somebody walk, I was like, okay, then they get my attention. But it's just that I can be looking at something, staring at something, but I'm thinking my mind somewhere else.
Tell Han a little bit more about your journey to New York. As you said, in your own words, it has shaped your
Yeah.
life.
After I got me and Child, we met at the building that we met at. And we didn't have no job and nothing like that, so we had to hustle. And the building was the hustle. The element of that was already in the building. We just was placed in that element, and we just try to capitalize off the element. And we did that for a while, but everything comes to an end every now and then. I wound up getting put out, and I moved to my mother's house. That's way out Fort Washington with no means of transportation. Then after that didn't work out, I moved to my uncle's house. They were staying in a semi-shelter situation, so it was just like nothing else was coming around. So I moved to New York in '99, 2000, just off a wing and a prayer. And that me coming to New York shaped my whole life. Like I don't think I have half the shit I have right now if it wasn't New York. Because I met certain lot of people and big influences in my life.
What, in order for this profession, what put you on this road? What, how we all got a passion for something, and something usually sparks that passion. Can you tell us what sparked that passion for you to get into this line of work?
I think it was just seeing the need in like my own community, right? There's so much of a need that's not out there. There's so much services that I would love to bring into my own community. And I think that's what really got me so like a big advocate for it is that I just saw the need right in my own backyard. And I think just seeing like offering these little services, and I say little because it's little things that change people's life. And just seeing those big wins with the clients that I'm working with and seeing them go from homeless to having a job, going back to school, having a family, and that's what fulfills me every single day is watching them go through that whole process with little things that we should be offering in the community from the beginning.
And the process of that, when I was in the shelter, I saw how the community became a family. I
Yeah.
saw how hard times was made hopeful in the shelter that I was in. They only allow you, and a lot of people don't know this, they only allow you, it's people think that the shelter is just a place that you go to and it's just a roof over my head. It's politics to a shelter. It's people who run the shelter, and a lot of shelters they have people that run it the right way, then they got people that run it the wrong way. Have you ever been in an environment that you had to work in when you knew that they wasn't giving they all to the purpose of doing their job and helping the oppressed and people from out of poverty
Yeah.
of all nationalities?
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes I think about maybe how things could be done differently from the top. Yeah, I definitely come in contact with that a lot. I'm making sure my own personal mission and values and morals align with what I'm doing every single day.
You know what I think is good for the homeless people having a place where they can go at during the day. Have a community center for the homeless. So, something they can come through, get certain trades, learn different things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they have certain programs like that. And Miss Snyder, they had the drop box. They would have it would be close to Union Station. Like they would go in groups and places. They had the open kitchen where people can go to school. They would help you get your GED. So yeah, that's a good point. They got programs, but
But they
they
need
should have
more.
way more.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hannah mentioned faith, and I know Wild's a man of faith, as is Soldier. Can you talk about that? Is about that element of faith and resilience in order to lift one up, and that again, that outreached hand. And sometimes it's hard to take help if you get so used to like no one's helping me, you don't know how to take it.
That's me right there.
Good
You
question.
said that good. I'm so used to doing for myself, and it sits on me. Like some people may not think of it, but nah, it. I know. So that's all that matters.
I've seen his journey from when I first met him to from public transportation to getting a car to getting a home to when he comes into the city, his truck is a mobile home, and forming a community around him. Some people do help, but Soldier also gives a lot back, as does Wild. The conversations both of you have had with just meeting people who you would think they have more than you do, but yet they're looking for inspiration and hope.
I think what you saying, Kathy, you trying to ask her is, what does it take
Mm.
to be able to do your job under all of these conditions? And
Mhm.
like, we hear you on, you like helping people, you saw a need for it in your community, but when you dealing with all of these, it's more than that. It's more than that. And I just want to know, what does it take? I think she's saying, what does it take to be a hero?
I have to love what I do. Every single day I wake up and I can't even imagine myself doing something differently. Another job, another career. Like I know that this is what God put me to do. And that's what keeps me doing it every day. Do I work long days? Yeah. Do I work the weekends? Yep. Do I work after 5 o'clock on a Friday? Sure. But that's what happens, right? You have to be available and accessible for when somebody wants help.
And faith without works is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can dig it. I can dig it, and definitely, yeah. I'm gonna take some notes from that from the day, and just know that do something that you love. I love music. I love writing. I love helping people, but I really love writing. If anything else in this world that you ask me what I want to do besides that, I would say no. That's what I love. I get what you're saying. That you gotta love it.
Yeah,
You gotta have a calling for it.
definitely.
And I got a question. Like, in, in your journey, have you seen any turnaround in anybody's life that you touched? You know?
Oh yeah. That's the best part. That's what
Yeah,
keeps me
that's
going. Yeah, seeing like a client that
turnaround.
I'm working with years later give me a call back. I had a client give me a call back. Do you remember me? You counseled me like 7 years ago when you were an intern. And I just want to let you know I'm doing so good. And I that like brought that fire back to me to be like this person remembered maybe something that I said.
Yeah. That's
That's
how I feel about when I go up New York and I sit
yeah,
out on the
yeah.
corner.
My heart just melted when you did that one right there. This just the
Yeah.
spirit when
Because everybody
yeah.
think that I'm out there posting up on the corner, what they call it, panhandling. In actuality, I'm reaching people. Telling
Really.
people my story, letting people see me.
Yeah.
When I ain't being seen, I don't feel like I'm doing God's work. If I ain't being seen, like, I ain't doing none of this work.
How do you go about helping your clients with mental issues?
Yeah.
Like that job alone is
First of all, she got it already. She got the soft look.
mm,
When somebody's going through something, you know what I'm saying? You got to have a seat. She got the little nice put to make you calm down a little bit.
how do you mentally wise help them when a person is mentally they can't really they don't want to be they don't know that being homeless is not something that's a good thing. They don't know that you being out here is dangerous. You can lose your life. They don't know that it's a better world, it's a better life. You can have a roof over your head. You don't have to be out here in this cruel world out here in the streets. I've been homeless in a wheelchair for almost going on almost I would say a year and a half in the streets, and it was the most horriblest thing that I think a person can go through. Sneaking through people windows, not knowing, sleeping through the snow, sleeping in the trash cans, washing in the water that comes down the sidewalk. It can be the world can be very cruel to us when we're in that position. So I really, from the heart, from experiencing it on a level that, yeah, man,
Right.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with
You
that
left
being
us.
said, got all
Uh,
quiet.
you left
Yeah,
us
I
all
lost some words
speechless.
right there, but
Yeah,
yeah,
thank
man.
you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I'm about to say thank you for your service
Hey, yeah,
because
that's what she doing. That's what she
it's
doing.
people have no idea, man.
She
I done
doing the
seen
service,
people
man.
die out there in them
Mhm.
streets from being
Yeah.
homeless. I done had friends that started walking and went from having legs to no legs, their legs being amputated because they was out there in the street so long. And it's mental his mind was gone to the point to where as though he didn't have to even stay out there in them streets. He had help. He just his mind wasn't right enough to even accept it. So I
Well,
just want to know how
yeah.
you get through
Oh,
that dealing with a
y-
person with a mental issue.
It's really tough. It's really challenging, right? I think that the biggest thing that we can all do is offer more beds, more places for people to stay, more resources out there, become an advocate for those needs in your community. I think that's where we start. If we have more services, then we might not fix the problem, but we can at least try to make a dent to get people the right support before it gets to that concern of where their mental health is being truly affected and just making those services more available.
Got to type of talk with the president.
Yeah, I wish so.
Yeah, you got to talk to the brother. Say, look here, man. Look, come on. Yeah.
It's funny because I think we hear it's a handout. It's this: pull yourself up by your own bootstraps,
I
and
don't wear
it's
boots.
to your point exactly. It is helping your neighbor where we can, and I don't know whether we're just blinded. It's too much. We can't see it anymore, or we become numb to it. Maybe it's all the above.
I think it's when you look at it from all angles that the world, we got the good and the bad and the ugly when it comes to the world, and I just try to hold on to the good.
Definitely.
That's it. The faith is size
Yeah.
of the mustard seed. If there's anything we can do to help you on your journey, let me know.
Yeah, definitely. I really appreciate that. And just like the barrier, I work with a lot of specifically ladies that are pregnant, and there's very limited access to that specific population. Even sober houses. How many female sober houses are there? Not many. How many female sober houses that take women that are pregnant? That's a big barrier. And that's why I really specifically target this population, because I'm sure there's a lack of across many populations, but that specifically is there's not enough.
It's only right that the women should be paid attention to first, because us as men, I would really hurt to see a female go through what I went through as being
Mhm.
homeless.
It's such a crazy maze. How do you begin to navigate? How do you get around to get what you need?
That's good. You know what, Kathy? That's amazing you said that, because that seems to be the call that we make to Hannah. It seems as though the call that be made for what you're saying, that's your description, ain't it, Hannah? So who you gonna call? Don't call that homeless hotline. I'm trying to
Call
tell
Hana.
you that homeless hotline, they're gonna have you up there in 2 days.
Call Hannah's
Call
hotline.
Hannah.
I think
Oh
if our
my.
communities put a lot more funding in specific places of where we just identified the need is, then I'm sure that we could solve a little bit of this barrier.
Just the other day, I'm in DC housing, and if they giving you the excuse that we can't fix up your apartment or do anything because the president done made cuts, and that's a place where as though you have a roof over your head and you pay rent. So imagine how it is, and you trying to get something done, and you coming out of shelter with all the cuts that's being made. 10 years I waited for my apartment. 10 years. 10 years. If it wasn't for me building up a relationship with the people in the shelter, because every year they give you only a certain amount of time that you can be in the shelters. A lot of people think that you can just go to the shelter and you got a home forever. No, it's 6 months, a year. It's certain things that you got to do in order to. And then, like you said, in the daytime, they make you leave. You got to come back later on. I was like, that's crazy. If I wasn't in the wheelchair, I would have to leave during the time that people was doing walking, and I felt their pain. Y'all know y'all sending them back out there in those streets to where as though the strip is right out there. You have people that's using the poverty as a source to go out there and sell them drugs, because they know that they at the point in their life where as though they don't feel high enough to hold their own without the support of getting that weight off their shoulders. Like the shelters I was at, they had a strip right out front. They had people right out front hustling. I was like, this is crazy. This is a shelter. You're supposed to be here to help people and uplift people. Don't kick people while they down, man.
Mhm.
We
I-
should name this podcast
Yeah,
1-800 Call Hannah.
Atlanta.
yeah, I like that one. Hey, real talk, because you one of you on the front line, Hannah. You're on
Helping
the
the
front
homeless
line,
one
and we
person at a
appreciate you.
time.
You're on the front line. We appreciate you, because a lot of people, they want to stick you in nursing homes. They want to put you in a crazy place because you got mental issues. Like you said, it's not an easy job that you're doing. And then
Mhm.
you got more positions underneath your belt. So it's like it's like you juggling. And it's smart, very smart.
To add on a little bit to what you just shared, I think that sometimes even clients get placed in the wrong place. They get false identified with a mental health concern or addiction, and then they're placed in now the wrong facility or the wrong treatment option, and now they're not really getting the right support or level of care that they necessarily need. So I think I see a lot of that.
And a lot of them just say at that point, I done seen them Hannah go from, if nobody gonna help me, I might as well go back out there and just be free in the world.
Just do what I
Yeah,
got to do.
Yeah, and then they
definitely.
end up getting shot. or end up getting locked up, or bad things happen to them because somebody didn't know they had a mental issue. My mom, she deals with mental issues because of family trauma, and so do I. And I was raised in the streets. We was basically that if you have a mental issue or you act like you want to cry, it's considered weak. And it took almost 38. It took for me to have my own kids to say, I can't tell them that same thing. And then it hit me that it's okay to cry. It's okay to tell people that you need help. They have people out here that's going to help you and not judge you. So thank you. Thank you.
Can we do part two?
Yeah, of course.
What do you think? How do you end it, Soldier? I know you like to end it a certain way.
What works, what don't works, and what will we learn from today?
What I took from Hannah is that you got to love what you do. Especially, it might not be all fun, it might not be all smooth, but when you love something, you dedicate yourself to it, and the results you get is from people being happy and you giving them help. What I didn't like about the podcast,
We ain't having no time.
I can never ever find anything that I don't like, because when we come together, it's always God plan. And just want to say thank you for being here today and taking time out to be with us. And we can't wait to part two.
I can't wait.
That's great. I can't even add to what Wild said. Is I got the sense of community, and I think when we come together here, I think it gives a voice to this. We need a voice. So I thank you so much for agreeing to do this. I can't wait to part two. Soldier?
Thank you
And
so much
Catholic
for
talk
having
highly
me.
of you, Hannah. Catholic talk highly of you. So we was definitely ready.
Oh, I love that. Thank you for having me.
And the article was wonderful about it.
Oh, thank you. It was so great.
So gracious of you. Thank you. On your day off. It may not be your day off. You're probably going out and saving somebody else.
Thanks for
Well, what's our purpose in life? What is our
Mm.
purpose today that we supposed to do?
Serve God.
No, that's not our purpose.
That's my purpose. What's your purpose? Go ahead.
No, it's to teach.
Mm.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Teach. You got to teach about God, right? Yeah, you got to spread the word, right? Yeah.
Okay.
So
That's your
that's our
opinion.
purpose.
Gotcha.
That's our purpose here on earth, is to teach. We got to teach each other. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't learn nothing from each other.
I say the most beautiful thing on a man's body is his gray hair. That's wisdom. So we start getting that wisdom on our face.
And what just like Charles said, I'm finding that I didn't like, and I can't wait to part two. I can't wait to meet you and keep on doing that. Keep on doing the good work. And I can't wait to do some more good works with you.
And another thing he's saying, we ready for you to come pick us up. Anytime you want us to hand out food at the shelters, anytime you want us to talk to the people, because we done been there, done that for motivation. Yeah. This guy right here is A1 for the motivation talks. I just be there trying to be his little bodyguard.
I'm gonna definitely take you up on that.
Okay.
So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Child.
Thank you. Sister Power. Thank y'all for the Sister Power up here today. Y'all are wonderful.
Yeah.
The motivation is every time we have these podcasts, the more and more we have them, it's just like the more and more I grow. Put the heart up there, I gotta put the love
That's
up there.
right.
I got the half a heart.
All right. Y'all have a stay blessed, everyone, okay?
I want to hear it.
No, we want to hear it.
No, he wants to hear from the
track,
top.
the track.
He wants to hear from the top.
All for the marbles.
Let them know.
My he be the ways of living in the street. The Nina Raws give cause to break laws when we flaws. Off the red, evil thoughts into my head. I'm supposed to be dead than what the doctor said. But instead, I choose the ways of busting off lead. With the clips that rip the hollow tips in your shit. From my mind to my nine when I hung up crying at one time. I do the hustle on my grind. That seems fine, I do the hustle.
Oh, wow. I could not believe that the song turned out like that.
We hustle in this life, poverty, living life in a wheelchair, injustices, But at night we dream, we walking in the sky, look at us now, no chains, a world we never saw before. Tomorrow ain't promised to you, so dream with us, roll with us.